Sophia here, my great challenger. Welcome back to my channel. Another video and the last one in the Disney series. We did it. We did the challenge, 3 parks in one day. It was my first time at Disney. It was quite difficult to put together, but we managed. So in this video we are going to Hollywood Studio, which by far to me is the better park. I absolutely loved Hollywood Studio. I'll talk about it at the end of the video to tell you what I loved about it and why to me it was the best park. I probably had the better time there. Don't get me wrong, everything was beautiful. Really liked, actually I loved Epcot, in particular the fact that there was nobody there when we arrived. Granted, it was raining. I wasn't wowed by Magic Kingdom. You heard that in the last video if you watched it. But the entire vibe of Hollywood Studio totally wowed me. I felt so happy. I was just happy to be there. Granted, the majority of the stuff that we did was outstanding. We didn't do a lot of rides, you'll see. We did Star Tours, the Tower of Terror, and we did Rise of the Resistance. All 3 were great, but I have to say I've grown a little obsessed about the Hollywood Tower Hotel, and I mentioned that in previous videos. I want all the merch. Really like that ride and the whole atmosphere surrounding the ride. I'll talk about it at the end, but without further ado, let's go into Hollywood Studios. We spent a little bit over 5 hours at Hollywood Studios. We arrived around 3 o'clock. The first ride was on my Lightning Lane, and that was a Star Tour. I think it was at 3:40 or something like this. And then we stayed all the way till the end. We didn't get to see any fireworks at either parks. We knew we wouldn't have the time. Quite frankly, the Rise of the Resistance ride was at 8:30. So by the time you take the ride and you're done with everything, it was pretty much past 9 p.m. and everything was closing, and we left. We just pretty much walked to the parking lot. Since we had parked there early in the day, it was a 10-minute or just about to get to the car, which was great because we were so tired. I mean, we literally walked for 12 hours, put in about 14 miles, I think, altogether. That's a lot of miles for the entire day. But we did see a little bit of fireworks and some of the sound and light shows. I think they have like a Disney villain thing going on at the Chinese theater. So we saw a little bit of that at the distance, and I think I filmed it, or some of it. But anyway, let's get into Hollywood Studios. To me, the best of the 3 parks. Had a great time. We had some food there and drinks and met a few characters. It was awesome. Let's get started. Alright, here we are, Hollywood Studios, our last park, and the one we are looking forward to the most. Well, I shouldn't say that because we really liked Epcot. So, Tower of Terror over here. I booked 3 shows. I have Star Tours, Tower of Terror, and Rise of the Resistance, and it's going to be a good time. Hey, I like it already. Alright, we got the Chinese theater all the way in the back. That's where they have Mickey's Runaway Railway, and we're gonna get a map.
Now, friends, celebration comes again. Hands nearly just do not care.
This is just the first impression from a non-Disney person who's never been to Disney. I have the badge to prove it. We've only been here maybe 10 minutes at Hollywood Studio, and I already like the vibe more than Magic Kingdom. I like the vibe better.
Well, maybe more than Magic Kingdom, but I like Epcot.
Oh yeah, we still like Epcot very much, but you know, we just started here. We haven't done any ride or anything.
Right.
This is my vibe. I like it. I love the 1950s look, the old town look. The other one just didn't feel right to me, but I don't want to trash it because I know a lot of people love Magic Kingdom. We are on our way to Star Tours, straight ahead. This is our first Lightning Pass. I'm excited. I've never used a Lightning Pass before. I feel like a pro, which I'm not, but... Look at that. It says standby entrance 10 minutes. What did I need the Lightning Pass for? Okay, whatever. I don't... It's bizarre. 10 minutes, that's it? That doesn't seem right. Oh, look. They have the walker. Ah, we gotta take pictures in front of the walker.
Weather in the galaxy by hyperspace travel. This incredible getaway package is 3 times the fun in one.
R2-D2, just what do you think you're doing? Get back to work before they deactivate you.
Sir, I know what you're up to. I can see right through you.
Please pay attention to the following safety information.
Before we get into trouble. I knew it!
Don't shoot! Prepare to be boarded, Captain.
Are they important?
Star Tours, this is a restricted area. What are you doing here?
I have no idea.
Stay clear of the combat zone.
Just try it.
Identify yourself or be destroyed.
Destroyed? R2, send out a distress signal. Oh dear. I'm terribly sorry about that.
All right, so
Yeah.
Right here.
what did
Star
you think?
Tour, I thought it was awesome.
You liked it?
I loved it. Fix yourself.
It was as good as Remy's, as far as I'm concerned. It was a lot of fun. It was short, but it was very well made. I still don't know how they do the thing where you feel like you're actually doing the light speed. You time it's on the gimbal and they kind of like, I
Yeah.
guess, yeah, they move you backward. I guess that makes
Yeah.
sense. But it was enough action. It's 3D, it's funny. It was fast. I liked it. I would do it again.
Great.
The line is only 10 minutes. You want to go back? It was really fun. What did you think?
So I did an earlier version of that back in the 80s at Disneyland. And it was cool back then, it's cool now.
Yeah.
It's amazing how that, you know, the synchronization of the visual and then the gimbal part, you know, it lines up perfectly so you feel like you're inside of a spacecraft and you're moving around.
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool. It's like the Remy thing, you know. Remy might be a little bit more of a subtle version of this.
Right.
You know, with this they're gonna jerk you a little bit, they're gonna tilt you a lot more, they're gonna, you know, tilt you forward, tilt you backward.
Yeah.
You know, they want to get that kind of experience for you, so it's cool. I liked
Immersive.
it. Yeah, that immersive.
All right.
Yeah.
10 out of 10?
Yeah, I liked it.
All right. So Scott is on his way to go see the documentary on Walt Disney, and I have to stay because I'm at 28%. I gotta charge my phone. We've barely seen anything of Hollywood Studios so far. We like rushed to start tour and then rushed to come here. It's 40 minutes to Mickey's Runaway Railway, so we're not gonna wait for that. And we got about an hour before my Lightning Lane, I can't say it, the pass for Tower of Terror, but we gotta make it there. So he's gonna watch this and then we're gonna walk to Tower of Terror. And then after that, we got the rest of the evening to make it to Galaxy's Edge and have a good time at Star Wars. So it's been a long day. My legs are starting to hurt. They didn't hurt until we got here. Now they're starting to hurt. We've been walking pretty much since. 8:15 this morning. It is 4:30 or so. How was it?
You know, it was very sedate.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
You
it was...
fell asleep?
No. No, but you know what? I've read books on Disney before, so I didn't, you know, it wasn't anything I knew that I didn't already know.
Okay.
Maybe some footage that I had never seen before.
Okay.
You know, it talks about him growing up as a child in Missouri and Illinois, and you know how his dad kind of struggled.
Okay.
And then he went to the war, came back from the World War I. He came back from the war and started to work as an illustrator and then an animator, and then so you know it just kind of builds on his career, and you know it's all about optimism, really.
We're checking out of this area for now. We're going to Tower of Terror, though it appears that I'm dragging Scott to that. Listen, you already made us bail out of the Aerosmith roller coaster.
No, we can go and do the other.
We're not going to bail out of Tower of Terror.
We're not
Okay.
bailing out of Tower of Terror.
All right.
Just for you.
All right. Thank you.
Only for you.
So this is really cool. They made it look like the Chinese theater in Hollywood. I don't know if it's the exact size. Probably. I like Hollywood studios. Anything goes.
Remember that from Indiana Jones?
Yeah.
Fantastic because there's
All right, I'm gonna be quiet and let you take in the sights. Okay, so this is Enchantment Rose, and this is Belle's Cup of Enchantment, which is a guava juice type with boba, cranberry boba. But this is more like a chocolate mousse. Living dangerously here, we are eating and drinking right before the 60 miles per hour drop. I don't know if I like it. It's a chocolate cherry. It's basically like a, you know, like this Christmas chocolate cherry thing. What do you call them? The cherry liqueurs. That's what it tastes like. So you see, that's the thing, right? I've watched a lot of Instagram prior to coming here, and all of the Disney influencers, right? Are all raving about this thing. If you go to Hollywood studio, you have to have the Enchanted Rose. It's delicious. It's the best. Okay, I tried it. It's not.
How edgy.
How edgy of me, right? It's not. Okay, it's just a cherry liqueur chocolate flavored chocolate mousse, and it's not even cold.
That's the problem. And then the wafer that's at the bottom is all stale. I'm sorry. I'll say it like it is. You know me. I'll tell you, and I'll give you an honest review. I'm just starting to think that a lot of stuff that is on Instagram regarding, you know, what to do and what not to do and what to eat and what not to eat may be fluff.
Well,
do you think it is?
Let's put some stuff into context here. You grew up in France.
Yeah,
That's
it's
a real
true.
thing.
It's
and then,
true.
And then you lived in New York, where they have some great food.
It's true. It's true.
And then,
All right.
and then we live in New Jersey, where if you drive around a little bit,
You get
have some
really
great
good food. Okay, so maybe we are spoiled,
So maybe we are spoiled.
but I didn't think it was great. All right, and then this thing here is liquid sugar.
You know,
Right?
Edward loves boba tea, but
It is. It's not bad, but it's really, really sugary. So what I did was mix some of it in my bottle of water, and believe it or not, diluted. It's much better. Yeah, it's not doing it for me. We're gonna wait 10 minutes before we go to a lightning. I can't say lightning lane pass for the Tower of Terror, and then Galaxy's Edge. We're spending 3 hours over there. It's going to be great, and we'll take our time. Poor Scott is hearing the people screaming as they're being dropped at the Tower of Terror. You're gonna be okay.
okay.
So we're on Lightning Lane. I'm sorry, I still can't pronounce it. Otherwise, it'd be a 40-minute wait, but I paid extra, and here we are. I can't remember, but I think the lightning lane pass was an extra $35 per person.
Evening very much like the one we have just witnessed. Tonight's story of the Twilight Zone is somewhat unique and calls for a different kind of introduction. This, as you may recognize, is a maintenance service elevator, still in operation, waiting for you.
Are you okay?
So we're
we survived. Here's the picture of me filming during the ride, and Scott actually having a big smile on his face, but he got pale. It was really cool. It was really cool, and I purchased a mug, which is all wrapped up. I can't show you. I really liked it. Now, my understanding is that the Tower of Terror ride is different each time. Like sometimes it's a long drop, then they bring you back up, and small drops, big drop up. It's like a different pattern each time. Scott is getting a coffee. We really need it. My bigger problem right now is that the little button to turn the camera on and off failed. So I need to use this here to push it in. I hope my camera lasts through Galaxy's Edge, but 10 out of 10 for the Tower of Terror. It is frightening. I have to say it is frightening. And there's a chicken door, okay? Right before you get on the elevators, on the ride itself, there's a little door. You can ask them and tell them, look, I can't do this, and they will usher you out. Okay, so you don't have to commit all the way to the end. Let's find out what Scott has to say. Tower of Terror, my dear.
Well, you know how much I love unexpected surprises. Yeah, it was fantastic. You know, definitely go and see it if you like eat a lot of salty snacks and sugary sweets and mixed together, and you have a full stomach.
Don't forget the beer. Drink a beer before you go.
And a bit nice foamy beer. And eat some eggs.
Listen, not only did you survive it, okay, but you had a big grin on your face, and I think I have it on camera.
I felt myself pushing against the seat belt, like my butt was off the seat, and I was pushed against the seat belt.
Yeah, it is. It's something else. It's a thrill ride. It's not for everybody.
And the guy told me beforehand that it's different every time. And I was like, oh great.
And you know what? I still have the lightning. I can't say it. Lightning pass. Do you want to try it a second time to see if it's a different pattern?
No. I'm good. I'm good.
He's good. Okay. It was fun. I enjoyed it. Yeah, but it is. How would you say? Surprising.
Yeah.
It's surprising. It was fun. It was fun. It's not for everyone, I get it, but it's a good thrill ride. I have no regrets. What about you?
Oh, plenty of regret.
Thank you, you good sport. Love you. This is awesome. This is really cool. Look, it goes all the way over there. It's huge. This is awesome, and we just started. This makes the whole thing worthy to me. What about you, Scott? What do you think?
This is great. I like this. I mean, I was a big fan in '77. Still a fan.
It's the first movie I saw in the movie theater. I was 7 years old.
Really?
Yes. I went to see Star Wars with my family. It was the first movie I ever saw in the theater. And it was like...
Yeah, you like that?
Oh man, this is great. Did you film the Millennium?
Yeah. Alright, so we're charging.
We're charging. My phone was at 5% and I want to be able to film Rise of the Resistance. I found a plug that's
You see that little alcove? They have like those penny machines where you crush the pennies, and I saw that they had plugs. So I lifted the cap and there was 2 free plugs, so I'm charging my phone. Listen,
you gotta do what you gotta do.
I had a battery pack and I used that too. I took so much video and stuff, and but Scott's gonna tell us, and we're melting by the way, it got really hot and humid. Scott's gonna give us his impression of Galaxy's Edge.
They did an excellent job. I mean, it looks like Star Wars. I said while we were over there, I said that it was like if Mont Saint Michel was in Star Wars.
Right.
You know, and what I'm referring to is like the density of tourists. You know, and they have all the things that you can buy, you know, and all that.
Right. Yeah, but that's a negative.
Well, yeah, but it's also like very busy. I don't know. I mean, like as far as art direction goes, as far as like the atmosphere goes, it feels like Star Wars. It definitely does.
My phone's still there, right?
You're still, yeah, it's still there.
Yeah. So they absolutely nailed it in terms of the decor, the setup, the props, the atmosphere, the noises, the sounds, and there's so much detail involved into Galaxy's Edge. It's like you need way more than 3 hours to see it all and take it all in. It's amazing. It's like everywhere you go, there's a detail that you missed. It's absolutely amazing. That's the best part of the whole thing.
And then they have the props that look just like the movie props.
Oh,
you know,
yeah, absolutely.
The X-Wing that looks just like the X-Wing from the movie. They have the
Millennium Falcon.
The Millennium Falcon looks just like the Millennium Falcon from the movie.
Yeah.
You know, it is a post-Disney Millennium Falcon. It's not the original one.
Right.
You know, because it's got the square dish.
See?
But yeah.
We know what we're talking about. We're such geeks.
Well, but they had to replace it because it got knocked off in Return of the Jedi.
I know.
So,
but you know what? The whole atmosphere is not Tatooine-like.
It's something.
It's definitely post the original trilogy, but it's really cool.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say. I know we're missing words. We're kind of tired. We've been at it for 12 hours at this point almost. But it's yeah. Is it better than Remy's Ratatouille?
I wouldn't. I'm not going to compare it.
But it's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, yeah.
And we haven't even done the ride yet.
Yeah, we haven't done the ride, so I'm not going to compare it.
Okay, so we'll come back after the ride to tell you.
Plus, like, you know, Remy's is like it's part of the France thing, so it's you know, yeah.
It was really cool. It's all right. So we're gonna let the phone charge.
It's better than Tower of Terror. I think I can confidently say that.
I don't know. I like Tower of Terror. I wish I could show you the mug. I'll put a picture of the mug somewhere in this video so you can see it. We'll see you in a bit when we're at Rise of the Resistance.
Is everyone assembled? Good. Should you be in flight prep? Recruits, thank you for joining the cause. A covert resistance team led by my friend Finn has infiltrated a First Order Star Destroyer that is now headed to this system.
We can't! We're caught in a tractor beam! It's pulling us in! We're going to front and make us a fair fight! Don't worry, I'm coming back for you! Good. Now get a move on. There's a clear path to the turbo lifts at the end of the hallway. Turn right. Probe droid. You're lucky it didn't spot you. Take those turbo lifts and stay out of trouble.
Hey, you're not authorized. Wait, those are the prisoners.
Get out. Who picked these two droids anyway?
Detachment to level D.
Get Blaster, now's a good time. The escape rods are closed. Wait, why are you going up? I said down. The resistance will attempt to rescue the prisoners.
They have neither the resources nor the courage to engage us.
You underestimate their conviction. Raise the shields.
Shields? I see no evidence.
Sound the alarm! All personnel to their stations!
Sir, the prisoners have escaped.
How brave, but ultimately hopeless. There's nowhere to run. Your base, and then I will destroy you and the resistance.
Escape pods came in a little off target.
That was awesome! That was so cool. So well done. You see, initially I didn't want to come because I saw it on YouTube and I was like, it doesn't look that good. But once you're in it, it's so immersive. It's so good. Do you want to do it again?
I would do it again.
All right, Scott. What do you think?
That was better than Star Tours.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, both Star Tours was still really good. This is better than Star Tours. Yeah, very much the Star Wars experience.
Yeah.
You know, once you got into the space part and they kind of let you loose into space.
Yeah.
You know, that was just like, wow.
That was awesome.
Yeah. And you know what, the animatronics is just incredible. It looks like real people.
Yeah. Well, they mix animatronics and projections.
Right.
What do you call them on the glass?
Oh, the Pepper's Ghost.
Pepper's Ghost.
Yeah. The hologram.
Yeah, the hologram stuff. It was 10 out of 10. Hey, we're following the crowds. We are leaving. It's 9 something. We're probably gonna eat off property. This was great. Quarter after 9. Okay. This was great. I really, really like Hollywood Studios. So I have to tell you, if you watch all 3 videos out of the 3 parks we did in one day and we are tired, Hollywood Studio is my favorite, but my favorite ride is still Remy's Ratatouille. Scott, which one is your favorite park?
Epcot. I like Epcot. Yeah.
Okay.
And favorite ride, I think, is the Resistance one.
Rise of the Resistance.
Yeah, the one that we just did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So there you have it. Thank you for watching. This was a non-Disney persons reporting from Disney World. We did 3 parks in one day. It was crazy. Again, I think that a 4-day vacation, 1 park per day, though I don't think you need a whole day for Magic Kingdom, is probably the best. But this is all we have, and we really enjoyed it. Now we're going back to the hotel and pool and hot tub, but we gotta eat first. I enjoyed the fireworks on Epcot. Was it the end? Might have been the end. Yeah, I think that was the end.
So you saw the video. That's my last one on the Disney. What can I say? I mean, you see it in my face, right? When I was at the park, I absolutely loved Hollywood Studio. the vibe, the decor, the architecture, the rides, it's a totally different atmosphere at Hollywood Studios. And it's not a dig at the other parks. I think it's just a matter of what you're looking for in terms of the parks. I think Hollywood Studio is more of an adult park than Magic Kingdom. Magic Kingdom is definitely for the little guys. I get it, adults also enjoy it. I didn't really get to see much. I spent about an hour and a half, 2 hours at Magic Kingdom. We just went in and out, Haunted Mansion lunch, get out, take pictures, and that was it. But to me, it's more of an adult park. It definitely has all of the themes and all of the things that are connected to our childhood and early adulthood. All the Pixar stuff is there. All of the Star Wars stuff is there. And it's just, I'm not going to say magical, but it is so immersive. In particular, I'm going to talk about the Hollywood Tower Hotel and a little bit about Galaxy's Edge. And I want to be very careful because Galaxy's Edge is really based on the new Star Wars series, not on the original one. And I think they missed out on that, missed the boat a little bit for me. I wanted to see the original Star Wars. I ended up seeing Mandalorian stuff and all of the new, Rogue and the Disney Star Wars. And I think I'm not the only one who complains about this. Is a push from the fans to get Disney to incorporate some of the old and original Star Wars elements into Galaxy's Edge, and I think that they're starting to do that. I hear a rumor that they brought back Luke Skywalker, but it's the later Luke Skywalker. It's not, the original Star Wars. It's from later on. But anywho, let's start with the Hollywood Tower Hotel. Most people don't pay attention to that, but when you go to the Hollywood Tower Hotel, everything is weird, Twilight Zone-like from the very get-go. And I didn't realize that while I was there. I realized that afterwards, watching videos about it. The ground is slightly slanted. The way they did the walls on the gardens is also slanted. It gives you a different perception, and the perspective is obscure basically as you go around the property to go into the ride. Then you walk into the hotel, and the way they did it, it really does look like it was an abandoned hotel from the 1920s or so. I think it was 1917, I'm not sure. You'll correct me if you're a fan. I'm still learning, okay? From the props to the smell to the way they did the lighting. And this is where you really see a difference between the Haunted Mansion and the Hollywood Tower Hotel. The Haunted Mansion, you can't see anything. It's all dark. So they had to add this, which I didn't like, to be honest, glow-in-the-dark stuff that makes it look very much like the boogeyman scene in The Nightmare Before Christmas, which is the one part of the movie I didn't like, because I didn't like the glow-in-the-dark neon stuff. But when you go to the Haunted Mansion, everything is super dark, and I get it, it's part of the atmosphere, but I want to be able to see stuff. When you go to the Hollywood Tower Hotel, the hotel lobby is there, and they have so many different things to look at as you maneuvering your way towards the line. So there's that. It's beautifully done. They have time appropriate props. I mean, it just looks like a movie set. It was amazing. The ride itself is crazy. It's insane. And I know it's a drop and a lot of people don't like it, but it's really not that bad. But it's everything that happens before the drop that was so cool. The different scenes that you get to go through, the Twilight Zone little speech with, is it Rod Sterling? I think it's Rod Sterling. Which actually it's him, but it's not him talking. So they took an old film from the Twilight Zone episode, a different episode, I can't remember which one it was, and then they had a guy who is very good at imitating voices, do a voiceover, Rod Sterling. So he sounds like him, and he's telling you about the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, when it actually was not an episode of the Twilight Zone at all. It's totally made up. But they make it so believable. So there's that scene when you get into that room with a whole bunch of guys that were reciting it, which I thought, at the beginning I thought it was annoying, and then I get it. You know, it's like, there's fans, all right? Obviously, I'm not delusional. There's people who really like the ride. Then you go into the other sceneries where they do a different thing with perspective. You're in the dark for a little bit. But when you go online, and there's plenty of YouTube videos out there, they explain to you how they did it. You have no idea that you're actually going through different floors. You start, and then they move you up, and then they move you down to different scenes, and then your cart actually locks into the elevator. And you're not being dropped. It feels like you're being dropped, but you're not. It's actually, the cart is locked into a hydraulic that either pulls you up or pulls you down. So as a result, while you're going down, they accelerated the speed at which you would fall. So it makes you feel like you're really falling, and it's awesome. I really like the ride. I love the logo, the whole thing. To me, with Remy's Ratatouille and Rise of the Resistance, the Hollywood Tower Hotel, the Tower of Terror were the best rides that we did. And I get it. We didn't do Tron. We didn't do Guardians of the Galaxy. We didn't do any of the Toy Story stuff. We didn't do Space Mountain. There was so much that we didn't do. But for our experience, for that one day, these were my top 3 rides. And it's very difficult to put them in order. I really love Remy's Ratatouille. Absolutely loved the Tower of Terror. And really, really loved Rise of the Resistance. So which one was the best? In terms of the creativity and the immersion and the special effects and all of that, I would say Rise of the Resistance. In terms of the experience, no doubt, it's got to be the Tower of Terror. In terms of the fun factor and just big grin on your face if you really love Ratatouille the movie, Remy's Ratatouille was awesome. So they're great, each one for their own reason. The Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, the way they designed it, it's you get lost basically in the whole compound, and they made it like this on purpose, where it's not like you're disoriented, but every time you pass a corner you discover something. There is so much to see at Galaxy's Edge, and they added all the details. You literally feel like a Star Wars movie. You absolutely feel like you're in a Star Wars movie. It was that great. Galaxy's Edge was awesome. And I think that, from what I understand, it was their response to Universal Studios' Harry Potter, where you go in and you basically in a totally different world. Harry Potter came first, and Galaxy's Edge. And I can see where future park attractions are going to be modeled after that, where they're going to do big compounds where you completely get immersed into the movie or the story, and everything about it is going to be about that particular storyline or that particular movie or that particular genre, and you're going to get completely immersed. One day at Hollywood Studio is not enough. One day is not enough at any of the parks, really. But I'm going to add to that one full day is what you need at Galaxy's Edge to really take advantage of it. There was some stuff that we didn't know about. For instance, there's the app, the Disney Experience app that you get, where you can scan your tickets and you can check the genie, the lines, where the characters are for meetups and everything. They actually have games for Galaxy's Edge, and you can use those games to unlock specific things in the park. At some point, and I found that out way after the fact, on our way out the park really, there was a guy standing in front of a door who was like playing with his phone, and you could see the door was responding to his prompts on the phone. And there's other things throughout the park like this where you can play with your app and interact. Another thing that you can do is also with the app, you can activate props within the park. So the X-Wing, for instance, you can do things with the app. I'm not sure what it is because I found that out after the fact, where you can plug things into your phone and it will respond to the commands on your phone, and suddenly it starts making sounds, it starts having lights, this steam coming out of it. I thought it was random. When we passed by it and we saw it happen, we didn't connect that there was a dude in front of it who was playing with his phone. And robots do that in the park, and there's so many different things. Like, I'm telling you, a whole day or most of your day is needed just for Galaxy's Edge if you really want to do it fully, if you want to completely experience it. And probably 2 days just for, in my opinion, just for Hollywood Studios. Some people don't like the park. I don't get it. Probably the same people who don't get why I didn't think that Magic Kingdom was all that. Everything about it. Absolutely everything about it. I can't stop thinking about Hollywood Studio. Don't mind my husband walking on the in the living room. Yeah, it's an old house. Floors creak in here. So anyway, this was my first experience with Disney, and I have to be very honest. For a very long time, I wanted nothing to do with Disney. I didn't get it. Absolutely didn't get the whole idea of spending so much money and so much time in a park, dragging your kids from one attraction to the other, got to do all the things, right? And people who go there all the time, several times a year, the GVC, all of that, I didn't get it. I spent 1 day at Disney. I come out getting it. I understand it. The way they create the experience for you, you cannot not smile. We were absolutely beat, but the adrenaline keeps you pumping. So am I a convert? That's probably the question. I am. I'm not gonna lie. I really enjoyed my time at Disney, and so did Scott. And we went in only willing to give it 1 day because we expected to be disappointed. And guess what? We were not. Is it expensive? Yes. Is it outrageously expensive? Yes. You basically spend, once you have your ticket, the lightning lane, I cannot say the word, okay? A lightning lane pass, the single lane pass, which is what we had for Rise of the Resistance. And you count all the food, and maybe you buy 1 or 2 souvenirs. You got to count just about $500 per person per day. And that doesn't include the hotel, or the flight, or the driving there. So, is it outrageously expensive? Yes. Was it worth it? Yes. For 1 day, 3 park, to me, because we had the park hopper, we maximized the bucks. And to me, it was worth the money I invested in it, because I really got to experience all of the different things that Disney offers. Whether it's the stuff for the little guys or the stuff for the adults, different parks, different atmosphere, different vibes, different foods, different sensory experiences. For me, it was worth it. Will I go back? Absolutely. When? No clue. Because the next time we go back, we are taking the kids. Well, the kids, the adults now. So we'll make it a family trip, 4 people, and we'll probably do 1 park a day. So 4 days, 5 days, maybe more. I gotta sell a lot of stuff and do a lot of videos before that happens, but we will do it. And maybe we'll take Mom. We'll put on a little scooter. I think Mom would really love Epcot. She would really, really love Epcot. The other parks, I'm not sure, but she would love Epcot. So, thumbs up. The experience was awesome. My jaw was hurting at the end of the day because I couldn't stop smiling. And I know I missed a lot of things. I didn't realize the smells were different. I didn't realize they were spraying different smells depending on where you were. so many different things. I wanted to pay attention to details, but it's like it's impossible when you're experiencing it for the first time to really, you know, tunnel vision on little things. I wanted to do a whole series on doors and windows. I didn't get a chance to do that, and I know I'm filming fast, I'm panning here and there. It's you don't realize when you're in it. But the next time around, it's probably going to be better videos to give you fully immersed experience. But until then, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope some of you are happy that I am now a convert. Am I going to turn into a Disney influencer? Absolutely not. One, I don't have the time. Two, I ain't got the money to go there every year, twice a year, 3 times a year, several days to do all sorts of videos and stuff. But in the meantime, and until I go back, I want to show you something. I started making Disney inspired pouches, and they will be for sale mid-July, end of July. So I have 2 models so far. The first one is Jasmine inspired, and these were a big hit, my pouches, when I first started selling them last month. Actually the day before we went to Disney. So the whole time I was at Disney, I had updates that pretty much sold out. So that's the Jasmine inspired, and that's the Mickey Mouse inspired. I didn't put any little tassel or anything, but they're going to have bling, which I ordered. So this one is going to have a big bling dangling here, and this one will have another bling dangling. So they are Disney inspired, and I have in the pike, I still have to finish all the Minnie Mouse. They're all in limited edition. I only have 5 of these. I'm gonna have only 12 of those, and then after that I'm doing Belle and Cinderella and Aurora. I'm doing all the pouches first. I'll do the villains, more princesses and stuff. I know I got a request for Moana / Hawaii, and then I'll start making bags. Okay, I'll make bags and covers for the Kindle and all of this, but right now I'm doing pouches, and that would be it. A+ experience, even though it was 1 day. Do I recommend 3 parks in 1 day? I don't know. If you're 2 adults in good shape, why not? If you just want to do the essentials like we did, why not? Was it ideal? Absolutely not. I have to be honest, it was not ideal at all. You could probably do a half a day at Epcot and a half a day at Magic Kingdom and a whole day for Hollywood Studio, and then a half a day at Animal Kingdom, and then finish the other half wherever else you want to go, whatever you miss. So if you want to go back to Hollywood Studio, do that. So definitely you need 4 days minimum. Okay, 1 park a day. That's a lot of money. It's an investment, but boy, the memories. Yeah, it was worth it. It was worth it, and I get it. I get you, the Disney fans. I finally get it. I had to experience it to get it, and it was wonderful. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Find me on Facebook and Instagram at mygreatchallenge. In particular, if you want to see all of the reels that I haven't even started working on, and pictures and all of that, that's going to trickle down as I have time, because, you know, clearly I'm busy with something else right now. I will see you later. Thanks for watching.